Hey, good morning, guys. It's Ian. Driving to work here. Beautiful Friday morning. Just had a lot of thoughts I wanted to talk about. Like usual, on my way to work in the morning about sports. Listening to Golick and Wingo this morning, they always get me thinking, and I always want to share my thoughts, but don't have anybody to do that with on a 6:30 a.m. drive to work. So, figure I'd do it this way and see what everybody else thinks. So. First things first is I wanted to talk a little bit about that hockey game last night. Blues took a 3-2 lead. They're looking pretty good. Jordan, the goalie for the Blues, bounced back after a rough game a couple nights ago. He's looking sharp, last two games especially. I don't really have a favorite hockey team, but, last year I was rooting for the Caps, and, being from Missouri, I'm definitely rooting for the Blues this year. So hopefully they can pull it out and get this Stanley Cup and bring it home to Missouri. That'd be pretty cool. Then also we got the NBA Finals going on right now. That's a fun one. A lot of people hate the Golden State Warriors, of course. As a hater of other sports teams, I can definitely relate to that. However, I am a big fan of Kevin Durant. I do like the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that's when I became a huge fan of Kevin Durant. It didn't spite me too much when he left and went to the Warriors. I mean, LeBron's done it a whole bunch of times, so I wasn't very surprised to see Kevin do it. However, it does kind of sting that he's not with the Thunder anymore, but I do still love watching him play. So that kind of has me rooting for the Warriors again this year, only because of KD. But unfortunately, with him not playing this year, it's given the Warriors a little bit of a tough matchup. Man, Toronto's good. Kawhi doesn't get enough credit for how good of a ball player he is. He is very, very good, and I think that hopefully after this series he'll get a little bit more credit. Game 4 rather, we're supposed to get Klay Thompson back, so that'll help Steph Curry out a little bit. He was trying to run the show all by himself the other night, and a lot of times that doesn't work very well in a team game. One thing that I do want to say about the Golden State Warriors is I think that Draymond Green, I know a lot of people don't like him and a lot of people do like him, and I just can't get on board with that guy. I don't see what other people see in him, I guess. He makes a lot of erratic passes, takes a lot of bad shots. From the things that I've seen, he doesn't seem like a good teammate. Seems like he causes a lot of conflict. Seems like, he causes a lot of drama that isn't really necessary. And just not a fan of that guy. That's just something that, I've noticed over the years. And, as a sports fan and as a business person, managing and leading people, just doesn't seem like a guy that I would want on my team, I guess. But if it works for Golden State, it works for them. But he just seems a little bit too rough around the edges and causes too much conflict. But he's got a couple NBA titles, so I guess that goes for something. But man, Steph Curry, he blows me away. I mean, he is absolutely he's got to be the best shooter that I've ever seen play the game. He's fantastic. I mean, he can come off a screen and it just seems like he's throwing it up in midair and it's nothing but net. And he's shooting from half court and he's draining it. I mean, it's insane, some of the shots that he makes, and watching him play is extremely exciting, and they're definitely very fun. Man, props to that guy. He's amazing, and I know KD's won the last two Finals MVPs, but if Golden State somehow manages to pull this out, which I really hope they do, I hope Steph gets that Finals MVP. And now we got OTAs finishing up with the Chiefs. I'm a huge Chiefs fan. Always have been, always will be. This year's exciting, man. Really looking forward to it. I love watching all the OTA practice films and videos. One thing I'm really excited about is Tyrann Mathieu. That guy, man, I watched him in college. I watched him with Arizona, watched him with Houston. That is a player that will drastically change our defense. He's all over the field. He's always searching for the ball. he wants to be everywhere all the time, and I'm all about it. He brings a different fire to our defense. He brings a competitive edge that we need. As much as I love Derek Johnson and Eric Berry, I feel like sometimes there was a fire missing, and Tyrann Mathieu is going to bring that, and I'm so excited about it. Yesterday, I saw an interview with Pat Mahomes, and he's talking about the competitive advantage of having Tyrann back there and just making Patrick better, having to face that every day. And I think that's going to be huge for Patrick. And then also for Tyrann too. I mean, going up against the best quarterback in the NFL right now, every day in practice, having to figure out what Patrick's going to do and adjust to that, and lead the defense to play against that and practice against that every day. As we all know, the Chiefs definitely have one of the best offenses in the league. Even without Tyreek right now. So that's they're only going to make each other better, and that's exciting. So hopefully we can go win that Super Bowl this year. Speaking of Tyreek, a lot of weird stuff coming out right now on that situation. Hopefully, I'm not going to speak on the legalities because I don't know anything about all that. But what I do know is that the safety of a child is the most important thing ever. And I just hope that Tyreek's not guilty of anything and he can come out and ball out next year for us, and hopefully hoist the Lombardi with us. So another big thing is Chris Jones. Chris Jones is by far one of my favorite players on the Chiefs. He's passionate. He's a great ball player. He's a good teammate, good leader, and I want nothing in the world but to see him get signed for a long time and get all the money that he deserves. So hopefully they get that done soon. Kind of seemed like he dropped a little hint the other day that maybe something happened, but as Chiefs fans always do on the Twitter, we might read a little bit too much into things sometimes. But hopefully that deal is going to come soon, and he can get out there and practice with his teammates, and we'll see him out there soon. Hopefully, I'm excited for the next couple days with the Stanley Cup finishing up, the NBA Finals finishing up, and then we can roll right into football season. That's really all I got this morning. Those are a couple big things that were on my mind. If you got any comments, questions, if you want to yell at me about anything that I said wrong that you disagree with, probably saying that the Warriors deserve to win the championship, I'm sure, but just reply, respond, do whatever you gotta do. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good day. We'll see you.